On the line right now, we have Kenya K. Stevens back on the African History Network show. She is the co-CEO of the JujuMama Love Academy, and they have a Tantra Sacred Sexuality live web streaming demo coming up tomorrow, February 14th. She's going to tell us about. Hotep, Kenya, how you doing tonight?
Peace and blessings. How are you, Michael?
Oh, I'm excellent. I'm excellent.
Yes, we are gearing up for Black Love Day. So you have Io Handy, who is the founder of Black Love Day, who is going to be on the show. Fantastic.
Yeah, we had her on the first hour. We had her on in the first hour, absolutely. Yep. So a lot of people did not know about Black Love Day, and they have misconceptions about it. They say, well, Black Love, we do that 365 days a year. No, you didn't read what I posted. The principles, there's a greeting, things like this. People are so quick to comment, you know. So people, please read the damn post before you start commenting. But tell us about the Tantra Sacred Sexuality live streaming demo that you and Carl Stevens are going to do tomorrow night.
Well, it fits right in with Black Love Day because the idea here is that we have got to learn how to love, and that includes sex.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look, I'm so sorry, but love includes sex. And we have to have a grip and a handle on how to deal with each other sexually in order to really deepen our love connection between one another. So what we're doing tomorrow is we're going to demonstrate some Tantra, which is the art of sacred sex. We're going to demonstrate some of those techniques, and we're going to do it live for everyone to see.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now, what time is this taking place tomorrow?
This will take place tomorrow at 8 p.m., and you can log in online to watch it because this is something you can do from your living room. You know, if you don't want to go out and support the establishment, you can actually support an African-American couple who is actually going to show you 2 hours of Tantra. And what we're going to show you is a lot of techniques. One of the biggest ones is this one about trust. You know, a lot of people don't trust their partner. So we're going to do some Tantra techniques, sexual techniques that show you, that support you in trusting your partner more deeply.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Now, for some people, this type of information may be totally new to them, and I tell people, first of all, you know, this is for mature audiences only, number one. Number two, this is not pornography, so I don't want you to look at it as pornography. I don't want you to try to watch it with the anticipation of seeing pornography. This is not pornography at all. Explain to people briefly, I know we talked about this last week, but we have new listeners, and some people may not have heard all of it last week. But explain to people briefly exactly what is Tantra, because there's a lot of misconception about it and mysticism around it, things of this nature.
Okay. Tantra is an ancient African art. The word Tantra is actually Indian, and that's in India. That's where they have the stronghold on some of the tantric writings. But, of course, our ancestors from Africa, from the continent, were actually involved with sacred sex practice. We did not have sex the way that you see in porn. We had sex in ways that you would think about Tantra. Tantra is an art. And only 10% of it includes intercourse, physical intercourse. The other 90% of Tantra includes, you know, the eye contact, the body contact, the contact with the chakras, contact with the aura, where you can be making love with your partner and you can bring her to orgasm without even really having intercourse with her at all. Now, she's going to want to have intercourse with you if you're bringing her to multiple orgasms. I say multiple, Michael. You know, multiple.
Right. Yes. I'm very familiar with it, yes.
Multiple orgasms is the way that a woman is supposed to be. If you want your woman to be a happy housewife, you want her to be less angry, all of that, you have to be given those multiples. So that's what we're going to be teaching, how to do that tomorrow night in our class.
Okay, so we'll deal with multiple orgasms. We'll deal with Tantra. We'll deal with and also these practices help to strengthen the bond between the male and the female, between the partners as well. It's not just physical. you know, the sexual experience for African people wasn't just a physical act; it was also spiritual. Is that correct?
Oh, that's right. You know, it was mostly spiritual. The physical body was like 10%. 90% of sex is spiritual. So, yes, we're going to be showing couples how to bond on a deeper level, but also how to heal the prostate, how to heal a man who is not able to have an erection, not able to sustain an erection, how to heal a woman who is non-orgasmic. We're going to be talking about all of that. And those are important topics because that can make people really upset in relationships when the partner can't perform, when the partner is frigid and cold. So we show how to melt that ice, Michael.
Okay, absolutely. Very, very important because, you know, personally, I think if people were having more sex, more meaningful sex with the sexual relations with the partner, having more orgasms, it would be much nicer to one another and much nicer to the people around them. So, so definitely. Okay, now some of the other topics that you're going to discuss, we have here the opening of the sacred vortex for manifestation between man and woman. Okay, talk about that.
Well, the vortex is very important, especially for African American people, because we have goals, we have dreams, we have objectives. Sometimes we don't know how to accomplish them because we didn't watch maybe our parents accomplish them. But guess what? We can still do it because what we have to do is learn how to become vortex with our partner. Once you're vortex with your partner in the bedroom, you all can literally accomplish anything. Once just imagine your woman, Michael. Imagine your woman believing in you and taking that energy of belief in you into the bedroom to where now she's making love with you and she is telling you with her mouth and her words that she really believes in your project. She sees it. It's going to happen. You become more powerful. And the family becomes more powerful because y'all have that language. That's the language we're going to teach tomorrow night at the class.
Absolutely. Now, how did you, and we'll go to looks like we have a couple calls. We'll go to the phone lines in just a minute. If you have a quick question, give us a call, 914-338-1375. 914-338-1375. Press the number 1 key so we can bring you on the air. Now, how did you and Carl learn this information? Because this is not information that I mean, if you go to like marriage counseling, you know, before you get married or something like that. I haven't been to marriage counseling. I'm not married, but I don't think this is information that they talk about. How did you all come across this information?
Well, we came across this information because we learned from an African-American Tantra teacher, 2 of them. Actually, one of them is Shanta Nityama, who is really an amazing Tantra pioneer. You know, he's somebody who should be in the history books. Shanta Nityama is actually a Tantra teacher who taught me and my husband personally you know, personally. And so we learned Tantra from the greats. There are men and women out here who know this information. You won't find it at a university. You won't find it in church. You won't find it in marriage counseling. But there are those of us who are experts in it. So that's what we'll be teaching.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go to the phone lines here. Looks like we have a call here in the 917 and another one in the 313. Call in the 917. Tell us your name, where you're calling from. Call in 917 area code. Do you have a question or comment? Okay, just listen. Let's try the 313. Okay, call in 313-588. Did you have a question or comment?
Hey, Mike. Frank again.
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
How you doing, Ms. Stevens?
Hello. How are you, Frank? Good.
So good to follow you on Twitter.
Oh, great.
Yes, ma'am. Question. What is your take on polygamy, and does Tantra have a part within that?
Oh, my take on polygamy is simple. I think that people need to do the relationship style that works for them. For me, I'm polyamorous, so I believe that both men and women have desire for more partners outside of their primary relationship. But polygamy is a scenario where just the men have a desire for other partners, and that's great. I think that if you are a polygamous man, then you really need to know Tantra, because those women need to be satisfied and pleased. In terms of having regular sex in a polygamous union, I don't agree with that, because the women are not going to be fulfilled. It's just impossible. Women have a sex drive that is 100 times higher than any man on this planet. So if you're not able to really please her, she's going to be a very angry woman. So if you are in a polygamous union, then definitely Tantra is the route for you.
Thank you
Does
so
that
much.
answer the question, Frank?
That was pretty concise. One more question. With your website, you offer, I've seen on your website you offer particular classes as well as some forms of counseling. I was interested in sending you an email. Is your counseling, is it done like via Skype, or how do you go about something like that?
We do Skype coaching, we do phone coaching, we support couples in really becoming advanced in their spirituality and in their connection and their bond. But that can be done in person, Skype, or phone, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, I appreciate you. And Mike, you're still doing a great job, brother. I appreciate you bringing all the guests that you bring out. Looking forward to the end of the month with the Master Teacher Ceremony.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Thanks for calling back in, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, brother. Okay, all right, peace. Let's see. Okay, now, for people who are interested in finding out more information about the live Tantra demonstration for tomorrow night, visit TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, because Kenya's been nice enough to create a special link for us and the listeners. So if you scroll down the home page, you'll see the flyer for tomorrow's Tantra web streaming demo. Right below it is a link. Click on that link. It takes you to the page, gives you more information, and you can register right there for the conference. Now, what should they have with them when they watch it tomorrow night? Where should they be? Should they be in the living room, bedroom, what have you? Give us some recommendations on this, on viewing this, Kenya.
Sure. You want to set up your computer in somewhere where you can get comfortable with your partner. If you're going to watch it alone, that would be great. You can watch it as an individual, or you can watch it with your partner. But if you're watching it with your partner, you're going to get a little bit aroused. You're going to want to practice what we're practicing on the screen. So put the computer in front of your couch, in front of your bed, and y'all just lay down and relax and enjoy the show.
Okay. Now, should they have pen and pad handy to take notes? Do they don't have to worry about taking notes? What happens with that?
I wouldn't worry so much about taking notes. The idea is to take in the technique and to practice the technique. You want to watch, and you really, the real appeal with this, Michael, is nobody has seen live tantric sex. We've seen pornography, which doesn't show us much. But just enjoying and watching and taking in the live aspect of tantric sex. We've had people report that they've really become very orgasmic just watching the show. It's really something that supports your spirituality and your connection to your sensuality.
Absolutely. So now, is this going to be recorded so people can watch it again? Is it a one-time only? How does this work?
This is a one-time only, but usually what we do is allow people to watch it again if they want to. So if you register, you will receive an email that tells you how to watch the program again and also how to learn the techniques on a deeper level. So we're going to send out some links after the show, and it'll be good for everybody who's doing it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay, so once again, this is Friday, February 14th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will people be able to ask questions during the demonstration, or how does that work?
Absolutely. We can ask questions during the demonstration. You will be able to type your questions into a chat, and the chat will be answered directly by myself or my husband. My husband will be working the tantric skills on me. I'll be working the tantric skills on him. So you'll be able to ask us questions directly.
Okay. Excellent. Now, and also, you know, on our website, and I just posted this on our, posted this information on our Facebook fan page as well. This is for mature audiences only, so you will see some nudity, but this is not pornography. Don't get it twisted. Okay, you will see some nudity, so hopefully, you know, people aren't apprehensive about that. But you can watch this in the privacy of your own home. You can watch this by yourself. You probably want to watch this without in an area where children won't be, and children won't be able to hear it and see it and things of that nature. I don't recommend that. But you know, you'll learn a lot. I've seen two, I think two of these, at least two, and you're going to learn a lot. And we took notes, some, at least in the beginning. We took notes some, so yeah, it's going to be a very informational, educational session. Now, why did you choose February 14th? Because usually you have these centered around the winter, either the solstice or the equinox. So why did you choose February 14th?
Well, we chose that day because we know that, you know, people are, you know, a lot of us conscious people are rebelling against the idea of giving money to the establishment on that day. So what we want to do is provide an alternative. It's still about love. It's still about sex, but it's more educational, and it's something where, you know, this is an African-American run business. So we are providing an alternative. It's actually a black love celebration. It's actually a love celebration. It's a celebration of ancient spirituality, ancient sensuality. This is something that, you know, people were doing 25,000 years ago, and we just want to bring it back. Yeah.
Right. Now, do you have any books or any information outside of this Tantra demonstration? Do you have any books, or can you recommend any books that talk about sexual relations and sexual practices from an ancient African perspective, including Tantra? Can you give any recommendations?
Sure. The idea is that, you know, there's one book, the first book I read about Tantra and sacred sex when I was 16 years old is called The Tao of Sexology, T-A-O, Tao, The Tao of Sexology. And that book opened me up to what sex is really about, because I didn't believe any of it when I was young. I just didn't believe this culture. I couldn't understand this culture. So I went on a search for other things. So that's one of the first books I'd recommend, The Tao of Sexology.
Okay,
another one is
D-A-O?
Yes, D-A-O of Sexology.
Okay.
And then another one is called The Jewel and the Lotus. That's a book on Tantra, and that's a very good one as well. I don't know who the author is, but I know he is an African-American male. He's 90 today. But The Jewel and the Lotus.
Okay, and people can Google that, The Jewel and the Lotus. All right. Well, look, once again, this is taking place Friday, February 14th. For a lot of people, it's Valentine's Day. For other people, it's Frederick Douglass's birthday. Today, February 13th, is Black Love Day, so we have all this going on at the same time. Encourage people to participate. Check it out. Go to our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. If you scroll down the page, you'll see the flyer for tomorrow night's live web streaming demo. Click on the link. Takes you to the JujuMama page, and it gives a full description of what you're going to see tomorrow night. So definitely encourage people to do that, and also give people, now how can people get in contact with you? Because I know you do weekly classes and things, online classes. How can people get in contact with you?
Oh, they can simply go to my store, my blog, JujuMama.com, or JujuMamaStore.com. You know, Juju is J-U-J-U-M-A-M-A, JujuMama. And that is the hub. Once you get there, you'll know everything that we do.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, look, sister, it's always good having you on, and I'll be tuned in tomorrow night. So you have a good night, get some sleep. Tell Paul I said hi also, okay?
Okay, good night, honey. Thank you.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right, family. You listen to the African History Network.